gaudy looking angled bumper stuff, and it was cheap. I split a bean bringing it in. I didn't do it. Wife's dish towels, crown rust protection. Not sponsored, but they should be. Good morning and welcome back. We're not starting out, well, we're starting out in the shop today, but we're about to hit the road. So as you may know, if you've been around the channel at all, I've been looking to do some upgrades to the Silverado, especially the front end. I'm also looking to put a lift in it eventually, maybe 4 inches, 5 inches, I'm not sure. But for starters, I've been looking for a push bar. Not just any push bar, I want something that looks nice, but I don't want that gaudy looking angled bumper stuff. But I wanted to start at least with get a push bar. Well, I was looking around Facebook Marketplace, and yes, I'm talking softly, and I found one. And it was cheap, but it was new. So I messaged the guy. Turns out it is at Off-Road Rehab just outside of Windsor. It's a company that installs overlanding equipment and lifts and four-wheel drive stuff and things of that nature. So it's only 15 minutes from here. We're about to mount up, go to Off-Road Rehab, get this push bar. I don't care what make or model it's made for. It doesn't really matter. I got a cutoff wheel and a welder, which will make it universal. So let's mount up, grab ourselves a coffee, and let's head towards Windsor. All right, we got our push bar. I think it was a hell of a deal. I think it was regular 400 bucks, 50 bucks. And it's a pretty heavy gauge steel. Anyway, let's get it home. We'll have a look at it. And I think we're gonna run up to Farmer Paul's because Farmer Paul's got a piece of steel for the top of my workbench. That guy's got everything. This thing weighs a ton. Well, you can tell by me breathing hard, this thing's well made. That thing is heavy. Now, it's marked up right here and right here. That's only because it was sliding around the back of my truck. So look at here, $400. I got it for $50, and it's made by Frontier Truck Gear. This thing is heavy duty. Now, I believe the gentleman that I got this from told me it may be for a Dodge. That I'm not too sure. Is what it is. I do like this here. And this I'm not too sure about. When we look at getting this thing mounted, we might end up cutting this bar off here. Get this same inch, looks like 1.5 inch tubing. Come out. And then just straight down here. It is some thick steel. I mean, all the welds are done really nice. You can certainly tell that I didn't do it, but it came with these brackets here that will go inside to mount to the frame on both sides, and it also came with the mounting hardware, all the nuts and bolts that you need to put it in. Up here, we're going to into a little more detail of this when it comes time to actually do something with it, but these brackets up here, I'm not sure what they're for. Maybe for mounting some type of an accessory, but I like it. It's basically what I'm looking for. I really wanted these right here because, you know, that's really going to protect your grill. I'm kind of partial to the ranch hand bumpers, the ones with the brush guard on them. But when I seen this one here, I thought for 50 bucks, you really can't go wrong. And they had more, and I was thinking about buying a couple more. Not that I got a couple more trucks, but I mean, you never know when you might need another push bar. Maybe I'll mount it on the back. Maybe I can push from behind. I really got to think before I speak sometimes. So that's going to be enough about the push bar for now. We are back to doing something about this. I just got a call from Farmer Paul. He's on his way home. He says he's got a sheet of steel for me that I can use for a top. I got my measurements, so we're about to go grab another coffee and head to Farmer Paul's. Well, it is the next day, and we're going to deal with this in another video, but I did go to Farmer Paul's, shopping at the Farmer Paul's Farmer's Market. We're going to go with that. Oh, to Farmer Paul's because he had some steel out there. Now, listen, let me tell you something about Farmer Paul. If you need something and you go buy it and you don't check with him first, he's going to let you know. He goes out of his way to help whoever he can, and, it's just the kind of guy he is. He knew I was looking for some steel. Told me numerous times, get out here and do some shopping. Well, put my feet to the fire yesterday, and I went out and did some shopping. So I'm going to take my behind outside and grab this piece of steel. My old behind outside and grab this piece of steel. Trying to split a beam, bringing it in. First things first, I got to get this thing off the bench. It too weighs enough. Oh boy. I didn't want y'all to see me. I'm out of breath here. Didn't want y'all to see me struggling carrying this thing in here. Here's what we got. This diamond plate on this side. The side I want is back here. It's smooth. Now it's a little smaller than the wood top, but it's the right size to fit on the table. I think what I'm going to do in the meantime is probably just leave the wood top there for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and sand it down, clean it up a little bit, get some of the rust off it, and probably treat it with a little crown rust protection. Not sponsored, but this should be. Anyway, I'm going to probably treat it with that, and we'll have a steel top. Let's get to it. In case y'all are wondering, I'm not trying to put a shine on here. I'm just going to knock some of the rust off, clean it up. Make it look a little more presentable. I took care of that and clouded it up a little in here. Alright, here's where we're at. Really was not expecting this to get all cloudy in here. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but we got it smoothed out. The diamond's on the other side, like I said, so this is a smooth side. It fits exactly on the top of this bench. So like I said, I may or may not get rid of the wood. Maybe just set this on the top for now. What I'm going to have to do is take the vise off, drill the holes in the steel right through the wood top, and then bolt it all down together. But it is going to fit pretty good. Right now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to put a... What do I got here? I got some crown rust protection. We're going to put that on there and try and make it a little more user friendly. You got to make sure you got one of your wife's dish towels. There we go, there we go. Again, we're not trying to make this thing slick. All we're trying to do is prevent some of the rust from coming back. Let's see what happens here. Well, that's not bad. Obviously, we're going to let this here set up long before we ever use it so we're not getting the lubricant and the rust inhibitor all over our tools and whatnot. There we are. When this is off, I can get it down to here and it'll line right up, but I'm going to let this set up for a while first before I go do it, because I've already got it all over my hands and it makes it a little sloppy. I don't think this video is very long, but I'm having surgery in 2 days. I wanted to get something out to you guys because it might be a few days before I can actually do anything. Don't know yet. Hopefully everything goes well, and then we'll be right back at her next week. But until then, I'd appreciate if you all hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share button, and we love having you along. See you on the next one. Later.